everyone. Hi. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but do keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs, symbols, messages resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. It could also narrow, change your focus, and show you something you could be missing. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Mystic Red Rose Oracle. Get a message for the collective, what they need to know. Bring some clarity to what's going on, either inside and or around you. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Let's start with one message. Please and thank you. Oh, it's a sword and a rose. So, speaking your truth, smelling the roses, something opening up, you or someone else opening up. It's clarity and truth. It's revelations. It's honor and protection and determination. So I hear point of view, but I feel like somebody really wants you to see their point of view and or vice versa. You're really hoping that you get the opportunity to, I hear, state your case. Show somebody where you were coming from. So maybe there was an argument or, an unclear conversation. Maybe it was just a little bit of information that you had, but not the whole picture. So something is coming through where you get the chance to see a bigger picture, get the whole truth. I see the honor and protection. I feel like somebody is trying to protect you, or maybe that's why you were shut out of a situation. Maybe it was like a closed door to protect you from a particular situation. I hear changes. So maybe some changes had to happen, or maybe you had to kind of exit a certain situation for a little while so that you can make some changes before you reopen a door. But I see the determination, and I feel like if this is a conversation with you and someone else, I feel like you're both thinking the same thing and you both really want to have some clarity and have a conversation, get on the same page. So let's go to something different. This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. Clarity on a sword and a rose. I always think of the rose as having, well, first of all, beautiful smell. So maybe somebody smells really good to you. Maybe they have a really nice cologne, deodorant, body odor, perfume, something like that. Smell also makes me think of memory, taking you right back to a certain memory. So maybe something you see, smell, hear, takes you back into a memory, reminds you of something. But I also think of the rose as having a very high vibration. So maybe there's a vibrational change in you, an elevation and or with somebody else, or this frequency vibration change happens after this clarity and conversation. When I look at this card, it actually looks like a pool. So maybe some of you have a pool, going on vacation where there's a pool, something about a pool. I just see like floating in a pool. I don't know, in like a cool floaty. I don't know, they have like really unusual floaties now, like all kinds of weird stuff. So maybe like an unusual floaty is important or meaningful. That was just a random message coming on through. Let's get a sacred traveler card for the collective. Grace and gratitude. This person has energy coming out of their hand, out of the right hand. So you're actually putting energy into a situation. I also see this tree as looking like both cotton candy and possibly cherry blossoms. So maybe cherry blossoms or cotton candy are important, but cotton candy makes me think of an amusement park, a carnival, a festival, something like that. I actually just thought of a roller rink. It's funny, there's a song called Roller Skates. I have no idea who sings it. It's sort of a reggae-like song, and it has something about a radio. And I'll put that below, and that just made me think of another song, Put Your Records On. That's cute. That's a good song. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorites. That song. I'll put that below. Let's see what the message actually says. It says, through gratitude, joy expands. Yeah, I feel like that's the expansion of energy. Maybe this starts in your joy. Maybe this joy starts with some clarity, but I do feel like it's kind of starting before that. Maybe you're just excited that a date, maybe a date, getting together with someone. Maybe it starts with a phone call, but you have a future date plan to get together. I feel like you're going to be like actually in somebody's energetic sphere. But it says through gratitude, joy expands. So maybe, regardless of this, just start with gratitude and grace on yourself. If you made a mistake, if you were unclear, if you said something wrong, something happened, have some grace on yourself, grace on someone else. I hear grace and space. So give yourself some space. If you need some space, somebody else needs space, offer them that respect. Give somebody space. But gratitude is just really feeling blessed and thankful that you have a moment that you have today, of certain things about you that are unique and special. Having gratitude for your lessons, seeing how they were blessings, brought you strength. Let's see. Let's go to something really different, since I'm kind of bouncing around. This is the Life's Purpose Oracle cards. Let's get one of these. Clarity for the collective on gratitude, joy, grace, gratitude, clarity, truth, revelations, honor, protection, determination. Those are nice all-around overall messages to start this reading. One message for the collective, please, and thank you. You have artist coming through. This is also it happens to be the cover of this. So maybe a cover letter to a resume, the cover page to something, whether that's social media or a website. I'm getting even like a logo, something like that, something small. But this is artistic expression, whether you're an artist or not. You could do something totally different. Maybe you're a lawyer, or maybe, you work in an office or in a factory or in a store. It doesn't matter, anything. And I actually see a bank, but somehow your own little artistic expression on either yourself or your creative thought process to have some solutions to a situation. Maybe just your form of expression is special and gets a certain conversation going. Maybe it's just you being your unique self that puts some joy into a situation. Maybe it's, I'm getting even like, maybe it's a very boring situation. Now I just see like an office where there's like no music. Everyone's kind of on their computers. Nobody's really talking. But I feel like you're sparkly somehow. So maybe if it's just little moments in the break room or something like that, that kind of put that little twinkle in the day. It was kind of a weird thing to see. This is engaging in artistic activities is beneficial for your career and every other area of your life. And this has expansion energy. So I'm even seeing like business cards or that logo again. So even if you do something that has nothing to do with art, I feel like somehow art is involved in getting your brand out there, getting you more business, getting you more customers, getting you the right help. So maybe it's contacting a local artist or that's someone you actually know that can help you out. Maybe just a friend. Or maybe that's you. Maybe you do artwork or something like that. You make business cards, say, hey, if you ever need a logo or, you know, something for a web page, I'll totally, you know, draw something personal for you. For some of you, maybe it's just signing up for a class, something really different. I mean, it could be artistic expression, could be anything. Like maybe something with pottery or cooking. Something with wood, stained glass, paintbrushes, music, dancing. This goes on and on. So maybe I just need to ask you, what is it that you do that is kind of special and you feel is that little thing where you have a little artistic flair? Is it your way of speaking? Is it a particular subject that you really love that brings you joy? Is it your makeup? Is it your clothing? Is it hair? Is it jewelry? Is it tattoos? Is it your cool mustache? Whatever it is. Maybe it's just getting a really cool haircut. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be something simple, but it puts kind of a fresh energy in your world. If some of you are thinking about something you did a long time ago and you kind of put it on the back burner, then maybe you need to pick up that instrument again, or, you know, get out on the dance floor, whatever it is. Maybe you need to bring something back into your world that used to bring you a lot of joy. Even if it's just like one day a month or one class that you sign up for. That one little like burst of joy can do you a lot of good. So let's see. Let's go to the tarot. Let's do this one. This is the Weird World Tarot. What? Before I pull this, I have a feeling Rose may need to go out. So I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. All right, let's continue. Let's go to this. The Weird World Tarot. Clarity on artist. Engaging in artistic activities, having expansion of joy in your life, more of those little moments where time just falls away, where you're laughing, enjoying yourself, possible, potential clarity communication coming up soon and or around the bend. One card, clarity for the collective, please and thank you. Oh, we have the Death card coming through. This is complete release. This card looks so much like Game of Thrones. Maybe some of you are really into Game of Thrones. That's what I get with this one. Yeah, so maybe you're like a Game of Thrones fan, but Death is a cool card. It's not always easy. It is the complete release. the complete release or hold you have on a situation. Something is completely done. It's final. It's over. So it could be just a perception you have, a way of thinking, a way of doing something. It could be an actual situation in your life, a relationship. Even if it's a relationship that comes back around, it's a release on the way that communication and relationship was a working. It's totally doing something an entirely different way, on an entirely different foundation, with new clarity, with a solid foundation. This is usually the phoenix rising. It's you actually coming out of that damn cocoon and spreading your wings and flying. It's seeing something totally different. So, I mean, this looks scary, but when I see the death card, I hear a beautiful whisper. It's always like a whisper. I always hear live. Don't, keep a hold on something that is not going to be, or not meant for you, or not there anymore. It's letting something go and stepping into your own personal power and realizing what you can do absolutely today. To live, to feel great, to feel alive, to feel like you, to have fun, to bring joy into your life. What is that? What can you do? And if you can't do it today because your schedule is just too overwhelming, what can you schedule tomorrow or in the weekend? For some of you, if you're like your energy's all over the place, maybe you need to do something to feel like you're relaxed, like you're taking a little bit of a break. If some of you are holding on to something that is done, you need to let something go. This is a really, really big change coming into your world. But whatever this is that's changing, a different job, moving to a new home, moving out of a relationship, usually it's a loss that has already happened. But when this comes through, you're figuring out how it's possibly a bigger blessing, a redirection, a renewal, a blank page, a clean slate, another chance, another journey. And usually you feel really, really, really different on this journey. It's not doing something the same way. At the bottom, since I put it upright, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Look at how strong this guy is. Whatever you did, whatever you were waiting for, did bring you a lot of strength. Usually the Seven of Pentacles is like feeling a little frustrated because something's not growing yet. You put so much energy into that garden and you're going out every day, or at least occasionally when you should, and trying to weed the garden and get the earth all going and water it, and isn't it growing? But in this particular deck, it is showing that something is growing really, really big. It looks like it's like, I don't even know, like you put some magical stone out in the garden and you didn't just get a normal like bunch of grapes. Look at how gigantic they are. It's almost as big as this guy's leg. So, but I'm not getting that it's some kind of GMO fake thing. I'm getting that this is somehow a natural situation. And it's funny because usually when things are really natural, they're actually pretty tiny, but they're so juicy and flavorful. I'm just thinking of like little strawberries. They're not those big ones from the store. They're different when they're in your garden and they're like that big, but they're so good. But somehow this is a combination. It's something that's a natural situation because it's natural growth. It's allowing natural growth with something and not forcing it. And yet, you not forcing something, you having allowance and letting something grow has grown this gigantic thing that you are actually just about ready to pick, which is not typical in the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven is a spiritual road. This is your work actually getting some good results. I don't know what's on his back. Some kind of weird tool. Look at how strong this guy looks. He looks very proud of his crop, of his abundance. There's actually something down here too. So I don't think it's one specific thing that you're harvesting. It could be different areas in your life that are actually growing. And if this isn't grown this big yet in your life, you need to have a release, an allowance that Mother Nature and natural situations and divine order will bring growth when it is ready. It's not reaching down the ground, forcing that plant to come up before it's ready to sprout. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean that there's not gigantic roots growing. So it can grow really strong. But when something is ready to be harvested, make sure you pay attention and grab that opportunity so it doesn't sit on that vine and start to rot and wither. If something feels like it's a juicy situation and it is time, then it's time to take advantage of that situation. I just saw that really weird scene in like I Love Lucy where they're stomping on the grapes. Maybe I'll just find that scene for you guys. I feel like that's maybe humor. Maybe you're actually going to a winery or like a wine tasting, something like that. Upside down, it's definitely not attending your garden or getting impatient that growth isn't happening fast enough, or it's missing your opportunity when something's ready to, be picked because it's plump and juicy and perfect timing. Overwatering your garden, underwatering your garden. I would say with this card, you need to really recognize how strong you are, how energy you're willing to put into something in the future. This doesn't have to be right now. Maybe you're just starting to plant those seeds now, and this situation is coming in the future. Have patience with it. But it starts with you stepping into your own personal power, having a complete release on something that was maybe draining to you, or you just I'm seeing I think of Game of Thrones, and I think of like a beautiful fantasy land, a fantasy world. So if you were kind of in fantasy land, scenario land, and not seeing the reality on something, it's just coming back to earth. But fantasy land can be beautiful. But what you have to do is take that spiritual knowledge that you gain and then ground it into your earth so that that spiritual energy has a place to manifest in your everyday world, in your actual surroundings that you can feel and touch. Because Pentacles has to do with the things. It's your home, your job, your children, your animals, your car, your house, your work, your art, everything that you put your hands into and can feel. I feel like we should go to a different tarot deck. So let's go to this one. This is the Tarot of the Jazz Age. Clarity on Major Arcana 13. It could be Scorpio energy as well. Sometimes that's just looking way back in your past. If that's not a situation now, and just seeing how big points of things that were changes, whether you made that change, the change is going to come, or it was something that kind of, a roadblock or something that just happened, a situation, how those redirections in your life took you on a different path, brought you strength, how important they actually were. So maybe you're just actually readjusting your focus in the now by contemplating and or having nostalgia about the past. Maybe having gratitude to those situations. I hear blame, so maybe instead of blaming a person or circumstances. Caretaker the collective. On death, 7 of Pentacles. Please and thank you. Oh, the Five of Cups. All right, so yeah, you could be still in this place of, sometimes it's mourning. So maybe really some of you are going through a mourning of a loss. That could be a relationship, a person, a situation, a home, a job, a dream, something that changed. And if you're going through a period where you need space to heal, allow yourself that space, that grace, that time that you need, because you can't force, that healing to happen faster than it is. I mean, this person looks like, if you know that movie, by the way, maybe put that below. It could also be somebody around you that's just in a position where something's changed and they just have to readjust. They have to maybe make some big changes in their life. Sometimes things happen and they're just, all of a sudden our whole life changes. And sometimes it's just something small. But the Five of Cups can also be a lighter energy than that. It can also be like the crying over spilled milk. So just little situations that kind of throw you off course or didn't happen how you wanted. And it's sometimes just having so much focus on what spilled or what didn't work or what was the problem or all that you're not just turning your head, because usually in this card there are at least two cups that are upright, ready for you to take a sip and enjoy that love and that joy that is being presented to you. You still have something that's there. You do always have something to still be grateful for when this card comes through. It's just opening your eyes and deciding to take a sip of that beautiful cup. I always feel like there's two there too. So maybe you need a little extra hydration of love. But you could also have somebody that's around that's offering you one. Maybe you're, doing something together. Five of Cups. Let's get clarity on this. Clarity on the Five of Cups. You could also be learning that somebody else may have given some space because they actually had a pretty big loss. Maybe somebody just went away for a little while and you haven't heard from them. You were concerned. There was lack of communication. Maybe you just didn't realize somebody was actually going through something. But I feel like with this card here in the Truth and gratitude and a revelation that maybe you're that person that brings a little joy and hopeful, I hear enlightenment to a person just when they need it. People have to be ready. Clarity on the Five of Cups, please and thank you. What is this? This must be a bonus card. Oh, it's a speakeasy. Oh, this is so cool. I mean, random side note, maybe some of you live in a place where there's some cool little VIP theme loungy place, like a speakeasy. This also makes me think of you learning about like this, the secret password to get into a situation. I know that's weird. It's probably a metaphor, but having just the right knock to be the one that's let in. Speakeasy. I feel like this door looks so simple and kind of hidden, but there's probably something really cool happening behind it. So maybe there was a door that didn't feel like it was a big, huge opportunity. Maybe if this was you and you were looking at those, the loss of something, maybe you finally gotten to the place where you've adjusted and I just heard the weirdest song. I heard the song from Charlotte's Web. Chin up, chin up. Everybody loves a happy face. That one. Where is it? I'll find that song. I'll put it below. It's cute. So, like, now I just heard Annie. Oh my goodness. Sun will come out tomorrow. Weird songs coming through. But I do feel like either you or this person is at the place where they're not kind of here anymore. You're looking at something differently because you have that Phoenix rising. So I think this is a reflection of where you were. And it's like maybe an opportunity that's coming through isn't one of those big golden open doors. Maybe it's something that you actually discover. It could be something that somebody tells you about. So maybe this is an opportunity that's not for just anyone. I get a lot of VIP energy. So maybe you've become a VIP in a situation. But I do feel like you have to knock on this door. Maybe this is where the conversation happens. I feel like behind this door is a really, really good opportunity, but maybe it's so easy to miss. So maybe if you had your head down, you've walked by this door back and forth a billion times. And then once your energy changes and you look up, it's like this opportunity, this beautiful position, this new relationship, this communication, conversation, this new journey. Maybe it's a huge open road behind this door. Maybe it opens out into the mountains or out into the beach. And I feel like there is something that was right in front of you all along. You just kind of didn't see it before. So let's see. Or else that was right in front of somebody else. And you're just in that right place to help direct someone else to this beautiful opportunity. That maybe it was hidden because they weren't looking or ready to see it yet. I hope whatever I said just made sense. Sometimes certain decks have different cards that I've never seen before. Clarity for the collective. On Speakeasy. And Five of Cups. Oh, if this dapper man is behind that door, he probably has a big open heart. Look at that top hat. This is the King of Cups. So this could be a big personality going on in your world right now. Maybe this is you, someone you know, someone coming through soon, someone you're thinking about, and or the energy that you need to exude to handle the situation. This is someone who can be really, really tough, but still is kind of soft, empathetic, understanding, open-hearted inside. He's very even with emotions. He's not extreme unless he's upside down. And then he either is not wanting to express how his heart actually feels and or is kind of way up or way down in emotion land. But upright, this is the knight, not just the knight, this is the king in shining armor. But here he's in a fancy-ass tuxedo. It looks like he has his eye on you. I just heard eye on the prize. This is definitely the king that wants a romantic date. This is definitely the king that wants, wants some sweet, sexy, beautiful experiences. It doesn't even have to be sexy time. It can just be like overall romance. He's kind of a romantic at heart. He's probably the king that, even if he doesn't give them to the person, sits and writes some beautiful poetry or dreams of beautiful romantic scenarios. Usually a water sign, so Pisces, Capricorn, Scorpio. He's also very intuitive. He's able to understand. I just looked at this and look at what it is. It's the Seven of Pentacles on both decks' bottoms. So that's cool. We'll go to that in a minute. So this could be the person that's helping you out, or this could be you, or this is advice asking you to maybe take a chance on some romance, open up your heart again. let down your walls. I feel like this is the king that can walk into a room and really read the energy. Nobody has to say anything. He can just read the energy of a person or a room and kind of ride those energetic waves pretty damn good. I feel like he might be a good dancer. Or with that kind of look, maybe just give you the old butterflies. But let's look at these two together and end with this, guys. The overall message here is having patience. Something will be ready when it's ready in its own timing. It's cool because here in both of these, you're not looking like you're all hard at work on the rake and frustrated at all. It looks like you've, I'm getting like the goosies on my arms. It looks like you're getting a double message that the harvest is a-coming, that you're going to feel good about the work you already put into something or are willing to put in for the future, that you're trusting that patience in a situation is going to bring you some big juicy fruit in the future. Look at all these apples on the tree. Even the tree isn't just a couple apples. Look at how many apples are here. It just makes me think of bees. Maybe some of you are beekeepers or you're supporting your local beekeeper. You have the ladder and you don't just have like a little, he doesn't just have this little satchel here. He's got a big ass wheelbarrow here just ready. So have patience. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to open the door. Maybe you're waiting to figure out the right way to knock on something or the right invite. Have patience with whatever this is, you know, that changed or went away or spilt or broke. Whether or not this is a situation that's never going to come back or a new way of bringing back a situation you're thinking about, it's not going to be like it was at all. It might mean that it starts with opening up your heart, really, really communicating how you feel and being comfortable with those thoughts. Sometimes that is hard because it's hard to really explain all the time what your heart is a feeling. But maybe you just start. And once you get a rolling, you let that expression flow like it's even just creativity moving in the moment, that the right thing will be revealed to bring healing and truth to a situation. You're going to feel really blessed that you had this moment. And if this moment hasn't happened yet, I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, you still feel like this path that you're going down is somehow spiritually blessed, and that it might be a long road, and it's just having grace and patience to be on each blank page as you are there. Tend your garden each day that you get to. I see like a shower in the morning, and I don't know why. Maybe you're just waking up differently. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Feeling fresh. Starting the day like it's a new day. I just heard it's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I don't know why I'm looking at all of these apples. And I'm thinking of Erykah Badu. Does she have a song that's about an apple? I don't know, but if she does, I'll put it below, because I like see Erykah Badu and I'm looking at that and I'm thinking of an apple. I really don't know, but now I thought of Fiona Apple. There is a song that I can kind of hear. I can kind of hear the beginning of it, and I can't think of the song. Fast as You Can, which is kind of ironic because this is having patience, but that's the song I thought of. I'm going to put it below. And with that, I bid you guys adieu. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope something came through, maybe just a little moment, maybe the whole thing that made sense to you. Maybe it'll make sense later. Hopefully you just enjoyed it. Thank you for being here with me. I love you so much. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.